Amarantus Bioscience, as the name suggests, is a biotech company. It focuses on developing products on treatment of Alzheimer's, brain injuries, and so on. It's also pumped by uncompensated emails. It has no revenues and net loss is in the millions. But on the other hand, it still managed to close almost all recent sessions in the green. So what gives? You'll see in a second. The good about Amarantus takes the form of several things. First, on Monday, July 29th, the company announced in a press release that a person called Mr. Donald Huffman was appointed to the board of directors to head the newly formed audit committee. The goal of the committee was revealed to be the uplisting of Amarantus to one of the national exchanges. In the release, there was a wall text dedicated to Mr. Huffman's past work. And indeed, it looks like he has quite a lot of experience with sorting out financials of biopharmaceutical companies. Speaking of financials, it's now appropriate to take a look at Amarantus on this front. At the end of March, the company recorded $4.5 million in current assets, of which $3.7 million in cash, and $3.4 million in current liabilities to counterbalance those. $0 in revenues, and a bottom line of $5.5 million in net loss are the finishing touches. In a way, those financials are both good and bad. They're typical for all developing biotech companies. What separates Amarantus from the rest are the cash reserves that can keep them going for quite a while, and the net loss, which is much more manageable than that of others in the industry. But the bad sides of the report are still negative, and although millions in losses are bad enough, on top of that, there's something you've got to remember about biotechs. They are long-term investments. Everything about them takes years and years of research. The lack of revenues and the losses that are constantly piling up will not change for a long time, if at all. If you want to invest in Amarantus, it's important to remember this. We've been also getting uncompensated pump emails recently, and that's always a sign that the stock may crash soon. Why, you may ask? It's the simple truth that pumps create interest in the company artificially. There's nothing new and noteworthy that investors would be interested in otherwise. For the last 2 weeks, the stock price has nearly doubled. After this last round of promotional emails, someone will surely be tempted to take profits. And that's how we get to the last part, the ugly. The ugly is related to what we just discussed. If you believe that the only ones tempted to take profits are the investors, think again. According to the last quarter report, there's still over $115,000 in convertible notes still outstanding, and there are also exercisable warrants. The conversion prices go as low as 1.5 cents. Now I want you to ask yourself, if you own such notes or warrants, would you wait when you see the price right now, or would you try to cash in immediately? I think the answer is pretty obvious, and that's the ugly truth. This is Martin Nadenov for HotStock.com.
I have a small amount of money to invest and I want to gamble in the market. I'm looking for a penny stock that'll go up and turn it into $100,000 or $1 million.